Well, what's going on, Blues Nation? Well, what a game tonight. A wild game, but this was a huge win. As this, of course, was our final game before being off for 2 weeks due to the Four Nations tournament. And yeah, a wild game. 6-5 in a shootout over the Chicago Blackhawks. Uh, and yeah, this was a back and forth game where a total of 5 goals in the third period, where it was looking like it was going to be a really tough loss or a nail biting win, and yeah, and it turned out to be a nail biting win and a 10 round shootout, which I believe has got to be the longest this season in the NHL. A 10 round shootout. So yeah, we were able to get it done. Uh, Against our arch rivals. And yeah, so the Blackhawks would take a 1-0 lead. 5:04 mark of the first, goal scored by forward Craig Smith, his seventh of the year. The assist by Alec Martinez and former Blue Stanley Cup champion St. Louis native Pat Maroon. Maroon, St. Louis native, a hero with the Blues in 2019, and won 3 straight Stanley Cups, one with the Blues and back-to-back with the Tampa Bay Lightning. So that would make it 1-0 Chicago, and then about 35 seconds later they will go up 2-0, goal scored by Ryan Donato, team leading 19th of the year, the assist by Connor Bedard, his 33rd assist. So that'll make it a 2-0 Chicago lead. So obviously there was still a lot of game left, but that was a really rough start. However, early in the second period, we get on the board to make it 2-1. Minute 40 mark, goal scored by Philip Broberg, his fourth of the year. That would put us on the board to make it 2-1. And for Broberg, his first goal since December 27th. Of course, he missed most of November with an injury. He got off to a red hot start to the season, and hasn't been playing as well. This is his first point since January 20th, but it still has had a solid year. So that would put us on the board to make it 2-1. Shen and Matthew Joseph with the assist there, and then just 10 seconds later, Nathan Walker would tie it up 2-2. So, yeah, just like that, the game would be tied up 2-2. We would then take a 3-2 lead. 17:09 mark of the second, goal scored by Matthew Joseph, his third of the year, the assist by Shen and Holloway. So, just like that, we'd be up 3-2 heading into the final period. The Blackhawks would then tied up 3-3, goal scored by veteran defenseman Alec Martinez, his fourth of the year. That would make it a 3-3 tie, but not for long. We would then go back on top 4-3, goal scored by Cam Fowler, his sixth of the year. So that would put us back on top 4-3. And for Fowler, his first point in like 2.5 weeks. So that put us back on top 4-3. But then, just about 90 seconds later, the Blackhawks would re-tie it up 4-4. Goal scored by Teuvo Teravainen, his 12th of the year. So that would tie it up 4-4. And then at the 11:08 mark, Ilya Mikheyev would give Chicago a 5-4 lead. So, man, a wild third period. And there was still, a little, not quite halfway, or not quite half a period left. But Robert Thomas with a tip-in goal to tie it up 5-5. Broberg and Zach Bolduc with the assist there to tie it up at 5, and was hoping for a win in regulation. Really hoping that Chicago would not score late in the period like that happened to us Thursday against the Panthers. So it would go to overtime, uh, and we would have some chances in overtime, but Bennington was very good in the overtime, including making a huge save with just seconds remaining in the overtime period. So then it would go to a shootout, and after both skaters would have their shots missed, Shen would put us up 1-0 in the shootout, and then Teravainen would score to tie it up 1-1. And then finally, in the 10th round of the shootout, Radek Fox a backhand goal to give us the 2-1 lead in the shootout. And so we just needed a save or, a miss for us to win it. And Tyler Bertuzzi would have his shot wide right, as we would get the win 6-5. So, what a game. I know we have not scored a lot of goals lately, so it's great to see us score 6 goals. And Bennington only 15 saves, but, he was huge in the shootout. So, yeah, what a wild game this was. So, but a huge win. Really needed this badly. So now, nice to be off for, 2 weeks. Won't be back in action until the 22nd against the Winnipeg Jets. And we only have one road game left in the month of February. So, so this was a huge win. And in our 2 games against the Blackhawks this season, we've scored a total of 12 goals against them. We scored 6 against them also in the Winter Classic game on New Year's Eve. So, and we'll play them again, I believe, next month. So, so a huge win. So, so now the Four Nations tournament will start, I think, Wednesday. And the championship game for that is, I think, the 20th of February. So, and after tomorrow, the league won't be back in action. Teams won't be playing until the 22nd. So, oh well, but, it'd be nice to have some time off and then, regroup and be back at it then 2 weeks from now. So, till then, Comic Experts saying, go Blues.